They got creator out of here for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
They want the conversation to happen, man. It's been days where we just been going off on diatribes
I
and
got it.
etc. And I want to make sure everybody's listening. I'm done doing what I was trying to do. Um, Rock, what's good, my brother? How you?
What's good, man? I'm doing all right. I can't complain. How y'all doing?
Man,
How's it going,
salute to the
Rock?
morning,
baby,
morning, morning.
man. That's what's up.
Appreciate it. Hopefully,
Being a dad look
stay
good on
safe.
you, Playboy.
I love to hear it. I'm loving it.
hmm What's up, Rock? What
Uh,
you think, man?
um, yeah, no. So, I don't think that the conversation was we trying to talk about or discuss the archetype of. Well, I think the archetypes are different when you talk about drunk driving things of that nature. But
Sure.
the political or the religious driven um, or even toward a toward an idea, right? So like with the Sandy or any of those situations that you named out, that
hmm
you wanted to get an archetype on. Um, uh, I think the creator was often saying or in asserting that not violence, right? Because obviously there is violence, but money. These people don't care about money. These people are, they're trying to posit a statement on an idea that they disagree with. And these are people with diluted convictions, right? They have
Damn.
a very strong conviction, but it's right because I mean, and to Josh, right? 2 days ago, they had you in the context of Sandy Hook, and um, you went on to say, and I'm paraphrasing, something along the lines of you tried to. I'm not gonna say you tried to. Well, you tried to
You ain't
give a
gonna hurt my
definition
feelings.
of
You
what
can
a
say whatever.
no no
You ain't gonna bother me,
no
Rock.
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not putting words in anybody's mouth. But you tried to give a definition of what a just killing or a righteous killing was, and your definition was, well, if I'm killing my opponent, then or good killing was the word. Good killing was the phrase that y'all used.
Right.
A good killing is when I'm killing my opponent. That's a good killing, and you could probably expound on that, but y'all didn't get to it. But in the context of Sandy Hook, right? That was your response. That was your response in the context of Sandy Hook.
Correct.
And if we take the Sandy Hook shooter, what I don't remember if it was a he or she,
It was a he or close
but
to it.
his opponent,
Yeah.
right? Define his opponent
His opponent was based on the case
because
study.
there's a
I had
meta.
to actually,
Go ahead.
well, I had to go back and actually look because Sandy Hook was so long ago, and there's like so many damn school shootings. You just get used to them. So I had to go back and look up the case law on him or the case in the transcripts. Apparently, he had an agenda. As I said, everybody has an agenda. His agenda was he believed that policies were unfair. He was utilizing attacking children to change policy. By definition, this is terrorism. It is what it is, right? It wasn't that the kids were specifically something personal, right? Like it wasn't like I'm mad at this kid, right? This kid's got to go. It was I'm mad at this system, and the best way that I believe or he believed to make change within that system is to go after those kids, and it
But
kind
you,
of sort of worked.
but you wouldn't then categorize that as a good or just because
If I
again we're
believe
talking about the killing,
if I
right?
believe the system was bad or rigged or had some kind of problems, you damn right I do. I would agree with that.
You agree that that's a just
It
killing,
would be if I
and that would
believe
be
that that was the goal. My position is that good and bad are relative to a goal, meaning whatever you define the goal is, whatever that gets you to that direction is good.
but what about we're, we're trying to discuss the action.
Wow.
We're trying to discuss the
Damn.
action though, right?
Yeah.
Like the goal is to affect change on policy. The
Yes.
route taken, the action was 20 unjust opponent, right? You wouldn't say that they were just opponents, right?
No,
The
like
physical,
opponents. No,
right?
I wouldn't. I just consider them like an ends to a means.
Collateral, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And so, but can we further define what a just killing or what a just take is?
Sure.
Right. It's not just goal. It would be path taking result.
Sure. To be fair to your point, because I know where you're going with this one, to basically to get to that point, you and I would both have to agree on a moral standard. We don't. That's where the disconnect is. You might say that, okay, under no circumstances should anybody under the age of 18 be killed, whether war, whatever, whatever the standard is, right? And I might disagree and say, all spare and love in war, we're going to die.
But we don't, and I know me and you don't.
Right.
But I would even posit that the Sandy Hook shooter wouldn't disagree that if I were to say innocent children, right? Not necessarily under the age of 18, even though,
right.
But we're talking about these were 6-7-year-olds, if I remember him.
Yeah, they were real young. Yeah.
Right. I would even posit that the shooter would say that morally it wasn't a just pathway. Which is why, because again, like my belief is that these are deluded people with deluded convictions.
Well, I don't
demonic
disagree
people
with that shooter for sure.
But what I'm saying is they know they align with us with the moral, which is why, or at least knowing that children are good and not just opponents. Right.
I don't know that all people equally, at least within the white community, right? I don't believe that we all look at each person individually in that context.
Let me hop in. This is a game, Josh, right? So it's easy for me to see because I know the Torah by heart, right? And like the back of my hand. And so when you reference the laws, you're contradicting yourself by saying that because he thinks this was justified, the ends to the means, then therefore it's okay, right? But if you're saying everything should be predicated on the Torah, then there's no way you're saying this out your mouth if you're being serious about having Leviticus and Deuteronomy police.
Right? No. I'm not taking this stance from my position. I'm looking at it.
It's not. But that's what I'm telling you, though, right? Because you're trying to distance yourself by saying you're just having a conversation, but you agree with too much of this stuff, right? While also saying that you're a Christian nationalist. See, that's where you put a hole in your foot. So you don't get to have a general conversation now because you make sure you preface. Yeah, well, when I'm finished, you can speak. You make sure to say that you're a Christian nationalist and you want the Deuteronomical law to be law above all, right? And then you make these cases about children being killed to make a point, right? We understand that there's acceptable loss in war, but we don't target the acceptable losses, right? In this very example, you're targeting the children, right? We understand when we bomb shit, people die that aren't supposed to. That's not what this is. And you're saying as long as he thinks the ends justify the means, then to somebody that's okay, right? But as a Christian nationalist, you should denounce that type of behavior because you understand based on the law of the Torah that wouldn't be okay.
Yeah, I absolutely wouldn't.
But you ain't saying it though.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not going to denounce anything.
I know. That's what I'm saying is it's a game though that you playing.
It's not really.
I'd be knowing, but because I'm moderating, I just kind of see if people kind of gonna mind through it. Now Rock is getting to it, right? He's uncovering it a little bit more, but I be seeing it a lot. I just hope that the brothers and the sisters who hit the panel make sure they mind through it and expose it because it's
his question, at least when we come down to it, is basically from a secularist view as to what the rules of are. AKA, this person is going to believe that those children were innocent.
Who said secular?
Secular.
Who said secular?
I'm saying secular.
You can't.
Why can't I say secular?
Because you're the Christian nationalist who wants
I'm not
everything
applying
to be
my rule book.
Wait. He's asking you for your opinion based on what you said about Sandy Hook.
And
right?
he's implying based on the concept of he is most likely. No, he is Rock is basically stating that this person is most likely going to agree on a moral. We both can't get in that person's mind, right? But what we can do is basically try to understand who that guy was. He was basically, as best as we could tell, secular. So these are his moral standards that he's going to operate
Talking to
with.
you. See, that's the game. Rock is talking to you about what you said based on your assessment of Sandy Hook. You then went and did some research about the dude who did the killing. We asking you about what happened there. What do you think?
Oh, see, I was unclear as to what the rules were.
No, you weren't, John.
No. Hold up. Because the rules, what he believed was the system was corrupt.
Who?
And I don't know exactly what system that person was talking
Who are you
to.
talking about?
The notes were very unclear.
Who are you talking about?
The shooter.
Except for we had this conversation before you did the research and you still had the same answer.
Yeah, no, I still have the same answer, and it's because that
you
person
thought
has
that.
made claim that system was corrupt. I don't know that system was corrupt. Or
your belief is that if I have an issue with something,
I don't believe the children are innocent.
Say again?
I don't believe the children are innocent.
The children were not innocent?
Yeah, I don't believe in the concept of innocence in that aspect.
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't put it on the boy who did the shooting. Put it on you. You think?
Well, no, I don't hold that view, right? But the concept is do I believe that, say, my group of people?
I just want Rock to know that Rock, he was on the path, but he playing that game like, he's talking about somebody else or a concept. No, that's how his brain is functioning.
Here's the disconnect, right? So I would believe that my group
well, let me stop you there. There is no disconnect. I thoroughly understand.
There absolutely is.
But I want to tell you. I want to tell you before you say it again, right? Because I'm not going to accept it twice. There is no disconnect here.
Oh, okay. Right? Not two people are not the same. They don't have the same. They don't have the same moral standards.
Right, go ahead.
No two children are the same value, or are same innocent. There could be one tribe that's a nasty person. It doesn't matter whether they're two or grown. Not all people are equal. Not all groups are equal.
What does that have to do with the kids weren't innocent?
That's the disconnect. I wouldn't believe that those children would be innocent.
You're saying that the kids brought that on themselves in some way, shape, or form.
And the fact of being there, being who they are, who they're associated with, I don't know.
Okay. So you're saying that if a kid pays for the sins of his forefathers or his ancestors, then he's guilty. Now, here's the thing. When you start referencing the Bible, you guys get out of your depth quick, right? Because pursuant to Isaiah 14, right, you're paying for the sins of your forefather, not your sins directly. So by proxy, you are innocent, but you're paying for the sins of someone else. Don't shrug your shoulders. Concede.
I still don't see the concept of the innocent.
Well, it's not that you don't see. We're just saying biblically what it said, because you're the one that said you're a Christian nationalist and you want the law to be predicated on the Torah.
That's the law. What I believe and what the law is, completely different things.
You want to be governed. Well, you want to be governed and policed by the law, right?
Yes.
You think it's effective? You think it'll work?
Now, once it's there, somebody will dictate what and how these laws operate.
You think it's effective? Same question. You think it's effective? You think it'll work?
Oh, I don't know. I hope so.
You believe it'll work?
Yeah. I hope
because like I said 30 seconds ago, it's your belief.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, no, that's what belief is.
Sure.
Like, that's why you said, I hope so, I believe so. You didn't say, I know so.
Yeah, I definitely don't know.
I know. That's why I said it was your belief in the first place.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a hope. So
Rock, you was getting to it, but I just see like you know what I mean? So I just wanted to kind of get down to the root of that.
We also don't agree to the same interpretations of the biblical stances either.
I ain't say nothing about interpret.
Oh, okay.
I don't ever interpret. So what do you interpret so I can correct it? Go, I'm ready.
There's nothing to interpret. That's not like what I deal with.
No, give me a book, chapter, verse that you misinterpret.
The concept of innocence. The concept of innocence.
Break it down.
What is innocent?
Give me the book, chapter, verse.
I don't know. I'm asking you. You're saying
no. You said that we disagree on interpretation. I'm asking you, what did I misinterpret?
Okay, what is an innocent child?
No. You said we disagree on interpretation.
The verse that
I gave you Isaiah 14 and 21 directly.
Isaiah 14.
Right? And I gave you an understanding, right? Don't say innocent. It's saying you're paying for the sins of your forefathers. You said by that kid being who they are, that's why they were there. That could give them that makes them not innocent, right? But if I'm mad at your father, right, and I smoke you, it don't make you a guilty party. You paying for what your father did. Hence Isaiah 14 and
Okay. So
21.
it's just interpretive of
Yeah,
guilt.
no,
and
yeah.
innocent. I got it. Relative. Yeah, I
Big
got
dog.
it.
So now, did you have something that you said we interpret differently? Because I promise you, it's not gonna go. It's gonna go the same way. Do you have a book chapter
No,
verse?
it's the same concept of guilty and innocent. It's just
Okay.
subjective.
I
I
just
got
thought
it.
you said I was misinterpreting the Bible or something.
No, well, you said like innocent. That was my thing. Is
No,
you're
you
claiming
said
that
innocent. I was clarifying when you pay for the sins of someone else,
because
I'm still innocent.
he said innocent. So I'm using his verbiage. I don't believe that
Yeah,
they would be
he
innocent. Or at
said
least I don't.
innocent. You said I don't think anybody's innocent, right? So now you
Yeah.
accepted
I
it.
don't believe anybody's innocent. To be fair.
So now it's your premise now. Now you got to defend it because you said something opposite from him.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't
So
believe in the
now when I
concept of
gave you the
anybody's
book chapter
innocent
verse, I just
other
wanted to
than
make sure you had something so you could thoroughly understand.
yeah.
Because
Now I'm
I just see it. You know what I mean?
okay.
So I just wanted to make sure that.
You're right. I'll stand on that one. I don't agree that those kids were probably innocent of something. I just don't agree to it. But I also don't know exactly the details because the shooter was a little unclear as to what system that he believed was so corrupt that he was fighting against. I don't know what that was. And I do agree that he was kind of delusional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, this is what I want to say, right? Josh is on the panel, right? It's not solely about what we talked about on, was that Tuesday, right? It's just about the entire archetype. So everybody's free to converse about the panel or converse about the shows that we had throughout the week. You know what I mean? But let me see. Rock, did you want to get the floor back?
No, I'm all good. I'm all set.
Okay.